Observe the modern landscape. It is a sprawling, interconnected ecosystem of steel, fiber optics, and ambition. But beneath the flickering neon of the stock exchange and the quiet hum of the ATM, a more primal struggle is unfolding. It is the quest for survival, not for food or territory, but for capital. This is the world of personal finance. At the heart of this ecosystem lies a fundamental law of nature, the time value of money. A single dollar today possesses a hidden genetic potential that a dollar in the future simply does not. It is the power of compounding. Like a seedling in a vast rainforest, given enough time and the right environment, a small sum can grow into a towering giant. But there is a predator in these woods: inflation, an invisible force constantly eroding the purchasing power of the stationary. To survive, one must not simply hold, one must grow. To navigate this terrain, the individual must understand their own net worth. Think of it as the creature's total mass. It is the sum of all assets minus the weight of all liabilities. To maintain balance, many follow a rhythmic pattern of consumption known as the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of resources for the essentials of life, 30% for the fleeting desires of the moment, and 20% for the future, for the winter that eventually comes for us all. But even the most disciplined can fall prey to the trap of high-interest debt. Credit cards, they are the quicksand of the financial world. They offer immediate gratification while slowly pulling the individual under. To escape, two primary strategies have evolved. Some prefer the debt snowball, a psychological victory, clearing the smallest debts first to gain momentum. Others, more cold and analytical, choose the debt avalanche. They strike at the highest interest rates first, a ruthless efficiency designed to minimize total loss. In this vast wilderness, there are great migrations, the movement toward retirement. Here we see the influence of the great elders, John C. Bogle, the father of the index fund, who taught the masses that the slow, steady path of the market is often superior to the frantic hunt of the active trader. We see the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early, a radical subspecies that sacrifices current comfort for a lifetime of freedom, often saving more than half of everything they gather. But the environment is changing. A great debate rages across the plains. Is the struggle of the individual the result of their own choices, the so-called latte factor, or is the climate itself becoming more hostile? Stagnant wages, rising healthcare costs, and the skyrocketing price of shelter have created a landscape where the traditional American dream of home ownership is no longer a simple path, but a treacherous climb. Some now argue that to rent and invest the difference is a more viable strategy for survival in the 21st century. We are entering a new era, the era of the algorithm. Robo-advisors and fintech platforms now automate the complex tasks of tax loss harvesting and portfolio balancing, tasks once reserved for the elite. The democratization of finance is well underway. Even digital assets, the volatile cryptocurrencies, have emerged as a new mysterious species in the digital undergrowth, both a threat and a promise of what is to come.
In the end, personal finance is not merely about numbers on a screen. It is about agency. It is the ability to withstand the storms of life and to provide shade for the generations that follow. Whether one follows the aggressive path of the debt avalanche, enduring power of a plan well executed. This is the art of survival.